Heat-related illnesses are super common in the South especially. I think we all know how hot it gets here and how humid it gets as well. And I think one thing to remember is usually kind of in the beginning of summer when it really starts getting hot and we go outside and we don't really acclimate. And that's a really kind of high risk period where we start seeing a lot more dogs come in. Whereas as the summer progresses, dogs are getting more used to the heat, they kind of exercise more and they can tolerate the heat better. But the whole summer is certainly a time period where we see a lot of them. It could be anything from heat cramps where their muscles just kind of tighten up and they feel a little bit of discomfort to, organ failure and death. So it can be a wide range, and that's why it's very difficult, is that it can go from not looking serious to very, very serious very quickly. Just as an example, we've had pets where they go, on a 4-mile walk every morning with their family, and sometimes they just start walking a little bit more slowly and they notice that they're just breathing a little bit harder. They bring them into the clinic and the dog could look okay, they're just breathing heavier, panting a lot, and we check a temperature and it's 105, 107, 109 even. But definitely if they just look like they're getting weaker, if they're salivating, panting heavily, not wanting to participate in their normal activities, I would say those are all things to say, hey, you should go ahead and probably bring them in. It's much, much, much easier to prevent this from happening than to treat it. Certainly, when you kind of think about these animals that come in with heat-related illnesses, we kind of think of either exercise-related or not exercise-related. For exercise-related, things you can do would be instead of walking in the middle of the day to go during the cooler times of the day, making sure that they always have access to water. Some dogs are going to let you know right away, I'm getting hot, I don't want to walk anymore, I don't want to play anymore, where others are very motivated to either catch that ball or to continue running, and some of those dogs will basically run and run until they could potentially die. When we're talking about kind of non-exercise related, that's going to be important as well, and those are kind of the classic case would be, hey, I'm going to the grocery store, I'm going to leave Fluffy in the car for just 5 minutes, just need to grab some milk and I'll be right back. And for dogs, their main mechanism of kind of losing heat is panting. They don't sweat like we do, which is kind of nice because having a sweaty dog probably isn't the most enjoyable thing. But if they're panting a lot, if they're stuck inside of a car, moisture is trapped in there, the heat's going to build up really quickly. Other times it might be, I'm going to go outside, mow the lawn, and I'm just going to keep my dog kind of chained up outside. And sometimes, the water bowl is empty, or they can't get to an area of shade, and those would be instances that could be very detrimental. And so kind of just knowing those risk factors and trying to prevent those from happening are kind of the keys to stopping heat-related illnesses.